With us are Douglas County Court Judge Susan Bezos and Deborah Denny of the Nebraska Supreme Court. And we know that there was some important new legislation that was passed a few months ago regarding public guardianship. Can you tell us more about the new law?
Yes, the legislature passed the Public Guardianship Act this last session. We are the last state to have this type of legislation. The purpose of the legislation is as a last resort. If someone does not have a guardian or conservator, then the court can appoint a public guardian to serve in that capacity. The law will not become effective until January 1st of 2015. But we won't be able to take cases, or the public guardian won't be able to take cases till probably the spring of 2015 due to regulations and rules that have to be developed and in place prior to them taking on any cases. Probably the biggest thing that the public needs to know is that the court has to refer someone to the public guardian in order for the public guardian to be appointed. Someone can't just be able to call them up and say, I need a guardian, here you go. A court will have to refer or appoint the public guardian to serve in that capacity.
And so where does someone start?
They will start at their local courthouse where the ward resides, generally is where the paperwork is filed, and that's the starting point, is to file a petition indicating that they need a guardian or conservator.
We know that if you're a guardian or a conservator, that you have to file annual reports to the court. So tell us more about what the Supreme Court has done to make that an easier, a simpler process.
The Supreme Court really looked at that issue because they had gotten some feedback. The courts now look at all documents that are being filed annually, which is a new process and something new for the courts. And within that process, if someone doesn't file what needs to be filed, they're notified that you're missing something. And so most of the people that are filing these reports don't have attorneys anymore. They're what we call pro se. They're doing it on their own. So we created a packet, and within that packet there are detailed instructions of what they need to do. The idea is that if they complete that packet in full, fill out the whole entire packet and send in what the instructions say they need to send in, then they will have filed everything with the court and they won't get notice from the court that they missed something. In addition, we do send out 45 days before that packet is due, we send out a notice saying your reports are due in 45 days. And that is something new. In addition to that, a lot of the counties that are sending out those notices send out the packet with that information, or with that information sheet that your reports are due. The other thing is, and probably what's most important with those packets, is that information also is sent out to interested persons, or what we call interested parties. And those are the individuals such as family members or someone that maybe the court has approved to be an interested party, a close friend. Gets that information because the courts feel that they're in the best position to look at that information and let us know if someone didn't report something correctly or maybe something was left out. Because the court doesn't know or know the people personally, obviously, and so those that are around them the most probably have the best information or the best insight to let the court know if there's a problem or a concern.
Deborah, tell us about some of the other resources that are available to folks.
Sure. On the Supreme Court website, which is supremecourt.ne for Nebraska.gov, there's a section just for guardianship and conservatorship. We've worked really hard to have a lot of information on there. The packets that Judge Bezos mentioned are all on that website. There's 5 packets, packet A, B, C, D, and E, and therefore different types of guardian conservatorships. So those packets are there. There's a list of forms, so if you are a guardian and conservator, you can find extra copies of the forms on the website. We are having, as part of this special grant with the Unit on Aging, we're having our guardian conservator forms translated into Spanish. We have a lot of families in which Spanish forms are needed, and so we'll have those up this summer. And also this summer, we're having a guardian handbook. It's in a question and answer format. We've put all of the questions that we think we've heard people ask about what is my duty, how do I do this, where do I find, and there's actual hot links within that handbook to take people to the right forms and the right answers. And then finally, for people who still have questions for the court system, either first you can go to your local county court and talk to the staff there, or there's an email address on our website that is NSC for Nebraska Supreme Court .guardianconservator@nebraska.gov. And people can email that address, and we have guardian specialists that can respond to them.
Let's talk more about local public libraries, because a lot of these things are also available at public libraries across the state.
Right. Yes. And actually I talked to Lincoln Public Library staff this morning. The Supreme Court partnered with the Nebraska Library Commission a few years ago to do outreach across the state at community public libraries, and the librarians there are ready to help anyone who wants to come in. And if you have a question about guardian conservator and your forms and how to get on the website, the librarians there can help individuals at the computer. They can help you pull up the forms. Of course, they can't give you legal advice, but they're working with us so they know how to help with information.
They can help point in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Right. Mm-hmm. Legal Aid of Nebraska, that's also available to folks.
Absolutely. And so Legal Aid of Nebraska has an elder access line. It's an 800 number, and Margaret Schaefer, who's also on this panel today, has information more about that. Anyone who's age 60 or older, doesn't matter how much income you get, can call that elder access line. And also the area agencies on aging, which are across the state, can also be a wonderful resource and can help point people to some legal supports.
Well, we have about a minute left. So tell us the website again, or the easiest way for people to find these resources. If they're just looking for more information, where's the best place for them to start?
I think the website is one place, the supremecourt.ne.gov, under Guardianship Conservatorship.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time.
Oh, okay.
But lots of good information here today. Thank you both for being here. If you want more information, you can always visit the Supreme Court website or call the numbers that will appear on your screen now.